It's a bull. Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. Hope everybody had a beautiful and a enjoyable holiday weekend with the New Year's here. Well, we've got January 3rd started up, and as expected, we are seeing some monkey hammering. For what it's worth, this is the live Deerfield Beach cam. It's right up the street from our store here in Deerfield Beach, a couple cities up. Beautiful underwater cam, shows all the different fish out there. I think we saw some look downs and some other things. There goes a happy Bermuda chub. Well, and the water's actually real clear today. Let's take a look at spot prices here, and kind of what I suspected happened, and it really didn't happen last night in the overnight markets. It happened where we've been seeing the monkey hammering primarily happen. It's been happening on the COMEX market, starting in the morning around 8:20 when COMEX opens. I think it's 8:20 when COMEX opens. I'm going to refresh the screen and take a look at this real quick. Also, I want to talk about something that Ted Butler brought up last week that's been really big news, and that's the BofA short, or the assumed BofA short. And let's talk about spots real quick, and we'll look at the 24-hour charts. And of course, it'll tell us again where it was monkey hammered. Currently sitting at 1803. Looks like it touched that 1800 level. Again, I believe that was this morning. We had a high of 1832. I believe that was probably last night in the opening markets, carrying forward from on Fridays, Friday's close. And look at silver, it banged below that 23 mark here. Currently sitting at 22.92, a low of 22.71. Again, this morning markets, we'll take a look. And 23.43 currently. Platinum took a little whack there, about 20 bucks or so. Currently sitting at 948, that 950 range, and a low of 931 and a quarter. So yes, the monkey hammering has commenced again. Let's take a look at the overnight charts and let's see, gold charts right here. I'm going to do a quick refresh. And just a familiar pattern, if we were to lay these charts over each other for the last couple months, you would see that same freaking time, the same COMEX crooked market. The markets are primarily being knocked down these times. But the action on the upside, I have to say, has also been in the New York markets in the morning as well. I suspect it's kind of a rebound action more than upside action from oversold positions or something like that. Again, there's guys out there that know this stuff better than I do, like Ted Butler and GATA.org, and we'll get into that in a moment as well. But take a look again, New York markets right there, 8 a.m. or 8:20, whenever the heck it opened. I think it's 8:20 actually, or something like that. But there you go, bang, right there. That's the 24-hour spot price. And of course, silver, very similar movement, but silver kind of rebounded a little bit better than gold did. Gold was, again, sitting at, that 1820? What was the high again? Let's see, 1832. So that's quite a smacking there, a $25 smack on gold, and hasn't recovered as much as silver has right now. Again, take a look at the silver market, again, banged in the crooked COMEX markets in New York. Crooked COMEX markets right here. And of course, crooked COMEX is my opinion, and probably the opinion of millions of others out there as well. So that's where it happened. And take a look. It looks like we get a rebound in silver as well. Bounced off that 2270 line and is currently sitting at 2290. Let's see if she backs up above that 2300 or what happens this week. I got a feeling they're going to try to monkey hammer it this week. I really do, especially given the fact that it's COMEX and it's big commercial banks that are doing this kind of stuff, manipulative behavior. But again, we know all about this. I'm not going to get into who the crooks are and how they manipulate these markets. We already know that. But again, what does this do? It provides a good opportunity to buy the frickin' dips. Buy that physical dip, in my opinion, and don't buy paper goods. Don't buy into their COMEX bullshit. Don't buy the real stuff. Well, let's take a look at what today's topic is somewhat. Ted Butler wrote last week that he was talking about this, and again, I'm going to move into basically the search engine here, the BofA silver short position. I think Ted Butler was the one that originally brought it up, and at first he was thinking it was closer to, I think they list the number down here, closer to 300 million ounces of silver Bank of America shorted this last year, and I forget exactly when this happened. However, Ted Butler has just recently, last week, and you would know this if you were a Butler subscriber, I'm not rubbing it in, but he does write some good stuff. Just recently, this last week, Ted Butler has come out with the kind of shocking news that he felt it was 300 million ounces. It's looking like it's closer to 800 million ounces, a short position that BOA has shorted. An extremely dangerous move, according to what, unless this, there's two sides of this story right now from what I hear going on, is that the Bank of America, someone has mentioned that Bank of America is doing this at the request of a government entity. I believe that gata.org has made that assessment, or that's their opinion. I'm not sure. Ted Butler is mentioned that Bank of America short positions at the behest of a government agency. But again, it wouldn't surprise me. It makes you wonder if Ted Butler is absolutely correct when he says that anybody that would short silver in that kind of environment, especially to the tune of 800,000 ounces, or 800 million ounces, I keep saying 1,000, it's huge. It's the position that Lehman had with the silver, and it's not unlike what took down the London gold, the London banks, the London bullion banks, many years ago. They just they're at least, and a lot of Ted Butler also says a lot of mining companies also were taken down by leasing and derivatives in the gold market and the silver market. So this is a very dangerous position, according to Ted Butler and many others, and I think they've got the data from the past that backs up that these are dangerous positions. So why would Bank of America put themselves in such a dangerous position? Was it greed, or are they doing it at the behest of somebody? I mean, I'm not quite sure. It wouldn't surprise me. I've always kind of felt that governments have a reason to keep the price of gold and silver down. Gold more on a monetary level, silver maybe in the commodity aspect more so, but tough to say. Tough to say. I don't know that, as Ted Butler mentions, that there's any direct evidence that Bank of America, this short position is for an entity like the U.S. government, Treasury Department, central bankers, or whoever it may be, a government entity. And there doesn't seem to be any evidence of that, but are they really that stupid? I mean, would they put their entire bank in that kind of position? Why would you, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So there's two things going on here, in my opinion. Either Bank of America really made a stupid decision here that could very well bankrupt that entire bank. And the fact is that they're probably not going to go bankrupt. I'm sure they won't. They're too big to fail and probably too big to jail. But if the bank goes into, if the bank's short position defaults here, Bank of America defaults on that short position, what does that say? I mean, again, too big to jail. They should go to jail for that kind of stupidity. But again, if that's on their own will and on their own accord that they've made that trade. However, if it's done for a government entity, I mean, that throws a whole different element into this kind of thing. And gata.org may be correct on that. Well, anyways, lots of stuff to read. If you want to learn more about this, there's so much stuff out. Just type in BofA short, silver short. If you don't have a subscription to Ted Butler's newsletter here, Butler Research, which is right here, and again, there you go, Butler Research. If you don't have a subscription to that, you can find a lot of TED stuff online for free. Just go into, I like DuckDuckGo, go to BofA Silver Short, and Ted Butler is at the top of the page, actually. And actually, this is this week's article from last week we were talking about. Well, anyways, gata.org, couple good things here too. An extraordinary rise in U.S. debt in just the last 2 weeks. This is something that we've been talking about for a while. And the graph that I had up about a month ago, I was showing you. Look at this, the consumer price index for all urban consumers, the purchasing power of the consumer dollar in the U.S. average city, which means us, folks. The purchasing power of my dollar, your dollar, no matter where you live in the United States. Okay, just look what it's done. I did a 1 monther here. Take a look at this. Look at that decline in just simply a month. Man, and our phones are ringing off the hook today. Lots of buyers out there. But that's just look at that decline on 1 month. Let's take a year and look at it on a yearly chart. This is not good, folks. And again, are central bankers like BofA bankers, are they really that stupid that they do this, or is this purposeful? I can't help but think that a lot of this stuff is purposeful. So, driving the price of the dollar down and jawboning and all that stuff they do. But, well, anyways, I digress. Let's take a look at the U.S. misery chart here as well. United States Misery Index. How miserable do you feel? And I just kind of popped this up to this morning because I haven't looked at it in a little while. And let's see how our buddy's doing here, the current administration here. Not too good. Start at 7.7, and it's risen up, change 3.31. I'm not sure if that's percents or points or whatever they use on their misery index scale. So that's up a few. And let's see what else they show here. The worst performers, look at Port Carter, 12.72 to 19.72, average up 16.26. George Bush didn't do too well there anyway. However, here's where we are right now in the space of history and time, folks, and it doesn't bode too well. Apparently the misery index by president, this president isn't going to do too well on the misery index. However, I don't think in general, I think the misery index just in general is not looking good. Well, let's take a look at ZH real quick. Not too much in the way of articles on precious metals out here on gold or silver. And let's see here if there's anything I can spot. I'm going to keep it real short today. Man, I'm just, this whole month of January and the end of December, I've just been crazy busy here. And we've got a show coming up as well. So we just getting busy getting ready for this show. Not too much to talk about in zero hedge today, so I'm kind of going to move along here and avoid the typical political and economic chatter that you're used to hearing. Again, I apologize, folks, just a little bit overwhelmed in work, so this week's shows are going to be on a little bit of the short side. Hey, listen, I don't like the term homework. I've been told never use the term homework, but some good reading to be had here. The Ugly Side of Triffin. It's done by Gold Money staff, and let's see if I can show you the URL there. In fact, just on your search engine, type in the Ugly Side of Triffin, and then type in gold money, and this article pop up. Very well done article. It explained, following the Lehman crisis, it became fashionable to cite the Triffin dilemma as a justification for inflationary U.S. policies and why they would not undermine the U.S. dollar and foreign exchange. So very good article here, and again, let me not say homework, but suggested reading. I think if you want to be smarter than the average bear, here's a good article to read, folks. I'd read some of it to you, but again, it's going to be a little tight this week, and I will have to apologize if my shows are quite a bit shorter than they usually are. Well, let's take a look at, I'd like to thank all the Wall Street silver people and wish you guys a happy New Year's to the silver apes out there that are watching me. And I'd like to thank the Wall Street Silver Forum and their moderators for allowing my videos to stay up on their forum. I know I throw in some political and economic stuff there, but it all comes into play with gold and silver. It's not just because I want to trash somebody. Well, anyways. Let's take a look at the video on, and forgive my language here, happy effing New Year. I had to end the New Year. That was a just crappy New Year, man. I had to end it with a few F-bombs there, and I did. Well, let's take a look. Any questions here I can answer, and I will on the comment section down below. I'd like to thank everybody and wish everybody a happy New Year as well. Let me see if there's any questions. Again, close your eyes here. That makes me dizzy too. So. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee while I'm doing this as well. Ooh, all right. Hey, Happy New Year's to you, Heart of Texas, and Joey. And yep, silver has finally an uptrend line. It's not eminently being hammered down with modest increases. Well, not today, it looks like, Keisha. We're having kind of a monkey hammer day, but let's see where it goes from here. Again, it provides good opportunity to buy the dips, in my opinion. Hey, Demon, thank you for watching. Heart of Texas as well. And let me see if I can find any questions that are related to what we talked about. If not, I'd like to thank everybody whose names you see scrolling by for commenting and watching my videos. And again, I hope you're going to have a great New Year as well. And I don't see too many questions here. Commercial banks are publicly traded for profit. Federal Reserve storefronts, just like the fake news. Okay, interesting thought there as well. Thank you for watching Celtic Knock, and thank you for your comments. And again, I'm just kind of looking for anything that had to do with the topic that we had. What was the topic? Mary? Oh, well. Let's see here. Nope, that's it. I'm going to call it real quick today. God, this is going to be one of the shortest shows I've ever done here. And I'm Brian Kuzmar. I'm the owner of Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metal here in Lauderdale by the Sea. I've been in this location since 1995. I've been doing this since 1977 as a kid. And second generation, my father's a coin and precious metal dealer as well. We advertise to be APMEX, SD, and JM Bullion. We are a local business only, so we do not ship. So if you don't live in my immediate area and you got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section. But if you do live in my area and you're looking to buy or sell, again, we're open 10 to 4, Mondays through Fridays. Call us anytime at 954-493-8811. Happy to help you with whatever you need. And as I said, we advertise to beat the three big gorillas online, APMEX, SD, and JM Bullion. And that's really about it, folks. I'll be doing some more shows, videos this week. Even though I have a show coming up, I'll be out of town on. I will actually probably do some videos live from that show. So anyway, that's it. Thanks. Have a great day, and talk to you soon. Bye now.